Listen, I understand. I'd be mad too if my homie turned into a girl and ain't let me hit. Oh wait, sorry, wrong thing. You know, lately there's been a rise in anime debates. Like, what character would be able to beat Gojo or Goku or tickle their balls? And this all reminds me of one debate, so large it still goes on today. Fate.
Oi lads, watch the Fate series.
This anime has seen its share of the weirdest shit possible known to man. Like, I ain't see so much good sides and downsides with anything unless you're talking about fate. But the most menacing thing, it actually isn't, but you know, is the watch order of the show. I'll talk about this further on in the video. But as a person who heard of this show, this would probably be in the daily memes that I saw out on anime, and I'd be looking at my phone smiling and shit, having a good time scrolling through a lot of friend stuff. But then I saw a fate meme and I instantly was disgusted. My face solidified like I turned into stone, because that meme had to be awful. I don't remember what it was, but it's definitely a thing that would have caused the world war. I originally thought fate was more like no matter what you do, the grail will originally choose you anyways, so the winner's already decided because it's their fate to actually win. You know, the things like that. But I was wrong. So fate's a bunch of people who are able to summon servants, and these servants are like Lancer, Archer, Saber, Berserker, and Rider. And you have to be part of the chosen few to get this smart, to be able to summon it. There's a servant named Gilgamesh, but I don't know about him. He's more of like an anomaly. Each servant is contracted to obey the master, and then they have 3 seals which make them do stuff that goes against their will if they resist. This is what I described as the anime's Hunger Game, but they mostly win the Holy Grail, which grants them any wish of their choice. But at this point, I don't even know what they're fighting for. For some reason, I remember some old guy narrating this.
His last order was, "Come," and they came. All of them, even the dragons.
And when I went to go check it, apparently it was just a baby being born at the start, so I don't know why I thought this. Fate Zero starts off with like these guys having marks on their arms, and they start circling each other for about like 20 minutes. But this guy is the main character of this whole show. We are then later introduced to the servants throughout the show, and then they have their battle royale, and then the winner ends up winning the grail. That's basically Fate summed up. Now this whole battle royale is meant to be a secret thing, pretty sure. But come on bro, what am I looking at? This gotta be one of the most indiscreet things I've ever seen. Like, how are you meant to hide this phenomenon? Only reason I could say is that you're watching another Kyo banger, which you can subscribe and turn on notifications because we're trying to become like top 2% during the journey. But back to the video. This part of the show is pretty good, I ain't even gonna lie. There's also this unique animation and style it gives off, which is a bonus, and the fact that all the servants are like previous historical figures, which I saw this and I was like, let's go. But before we go further into this anime, let's talk about this watch order situation. The thing I hyped up at the start. So there's clearly a bunch of people who've dedicated their lives to the right formula of watching this show, and it makes you rethink why you're even watching this show in the first place. Damn, this video says start with 0. What's that awful smell? Wrong! You need to start with the game! Another thing, where did this game come from, huh? I didn't even know this shit was a game until like the movies, but everyone seems to say the same thing. You must be confused on how to watch Fate, because everyone says something different. Let me show you how to watch Fate. And then they just say the same thing every comment thread or video says to watch it. Like, at this point, here's Kyo's special watch list. Start with 0, unlimited blade works, and then just go to the movies. If you ain't asleep yet by this point, best and shortest video I could find on this topic is by a video by like Golden Row, which I'll link down below. I promise you, watch that and you're probably going to be able to watch Fate in like 2 days. Press that video and like the whole timeline and where you're meant to watch instantly goes into your brain. Also, the old Fate, I don't know if that's even good or bad. I watched that when I was like a fetus, so I don't really know why I liked it or if I even enjoyed it. I just know I didn't hate it. The anime's success was able to allow them to produce more figures and games, since the anime was able to reach a wider audience. What is this price? What? Bro, clearly I ain't the target audience for this series because I am broke as shit. What the fuck? Let's move out of this segment before they charge me the air this image gives off. Fate is definitely a good anime series. Like I said, the animation, but there's also 2 other factors of the show which I think are pretty good, and that's the characters and the interactions they have. A lot of the masters have been adapted to living in this modern era of their city, but when they summon historical figures from different countries and from different time periods, is a very underrated thing not much people reference. Like, you see different cultures and etiquettes interacting with each other, like with Alex keeping his Macedonian etiquettes to show him that he's a man of his culture, and that's just one of many examples. Another thing which is great to see is how they react to how much time has progressed, like with Saber and her driving a car so fast it sent Kazuma to a different world, or Alex learning what happened to his territory, and then Lance's pride. There's a lot of hidden elements with Fate, which is something I didn't pick up on at first, but you know, you're listening to the same person that was able to send a rocket to Mars in like 1863. That was a joke. I don't want to get no scope like in BO2, which they lied to us. We were told this would be life. I've been distraught ever since. At least there's this thing. We can hang on to 3 more years. Guys, forget Saber, forget Gilgamesh, forget Ryder. The real GOAT and character we need to even care about the show is Alec. He is the GOAT, nothing less. He may be more, but he's nothing less than the GOAT. I saw this guy and I thought, yeah, this guy right here, he's carrying the show. Him and his master's dynamic is amazing. Him going from not even liking Alec to becoming his loyal friend is crazy. And this is why out of everything in Fate, this is my favorite moment. Even Gilgamesh, the guy who's on demon time for no reason, respects him. In a lot of shows, the main character or side character, when something eventful is gonna happen that could usually end up bad for them, they make sure another character in that vicinity is safe. But Alex shows them why he's considered so great and how much their relationship was able to flourish between each other by allowing them to enter his domain and charge into battle with him side by side, even when defeat was inevitable. And even Gilgamesh spares him due to how loyal he was to Alex. This scene was so impactful. I'm kinda glad he didn't win because it brought a realistic aspect to Alex. Even though he acknowledges that his dreams are bigger than the world itself, it doesn't mean it's always attainable. By the end of Phase 0, I was able to realize that there's a lot of servants that are mostly praised with their exact opposites, such as Alex is courageous, he isn't. Lance is prideful, this guy isn't at all. Berserker's always angry because he couldn't get Coochie, this guy's always level-headed, which is also a topic not much people have stated when it does come to Fate. Hey bro, I watched every video in existence so I don't repeat the same stuff, man. Let me live. But from the series, all I got was Alex and this guy were goats of the show and they'll always be in my top 5. Move aside Saber, this guy should be the main focus. After I watched the other Fate, it was pretty good and I enjoyed it. Lance got done dirty again, which when will I see my boy win? And then the Gilgamesh fight with Shira and Archer's reveal, that was nice to see. And when it finished, something fell off. I couldn't put my finger on it. Oh wait, where's my boy Alex? Where's the GOAT? Who is this? But hey, at least you got chains. Once finishing Unlimited Blade work, I was able to figure out what could solve insomnia, and it was the Heavenfields movies. Bro, I watched the first 15 minutes of it and I was out cold. It was like melatonin, but I pushed through, and even though it had me bored, maybe because I've seen the start happen like 3 times already, I could tell the show was pretty decent. After all this, I can understand why this show has had a lot of controversy, because what the hell is this? I was with my boy, we were watching some random video and this came up. Why? It came up in the video, it came up inside the video. And other than that, I was able to see why we ain't touched the surface of Fate. There's so many seasons and versions. Like after the Films movies, what is Fate about? Like forget the cooking and gag stuff. What is the rest about? Why am I seeing Rin flying? There's also spin-offs with Fate, because why not? And the ones which I really know of is that Cardinal one and the cooking one, because apparently according to Twitter users, I can't cook for shit. But anyways, have a good night, enjoy your day, don't forget to sub.